And do you think Meru County has zero development? We'll be looking at some of the things in a short while. For now, let's take a glimpse of what we have.
Wakasema wahenga kwamba chanda chema ndicho tu huvishwa pete. Kaunti ya Meru ni moja ya kaunti ambazo zinajivunia uongozi mwafaka na wenye matunda mema tangu kura za mwaka wa 2017. Uongozi wa gavana wa sasa Kiretu Murungi umeangazia baadhi ya mambo ambayo kwa muda sasa yamekuwa yakiwahangaisha wakazi wa Meru. Alipochukua usukani, gavana Kiretu aliwaahidi wakazi wa Meru visima zaidi ya 500 katika miaka yote mitano ya uongozi wake, na jambo hili alilitilia maanani pindi tu alipochukua usukani. Jambo hili limesaidia sana maeneo ambayo hayakuwa na uwezo wa maji, huku wengi wakianza ukulima, kwani tatizo la maji katika kaunti ya Meru imekuwa haipo tena. Ukulima ukiwa ndiyo moja ya nguzo ya kaunti hii, uwepo wa maji unatarajiwa kuimarisha sekta ya kilimo zaidi na zaidi.
Kwa maana kitunguu sasa sinunui, nyanya sintanunua, sukuma sintanunua, ng'ombe inakunywa maji, mbuzi inakunywa maji, ndege wa hangani wanakunywa maji.
Tunapozungumzia sekta ya kilimo, gavana aliweza kuanzisha mradi wa kuwapa wakazi miti ya makadamia na ile ya avocado ili wapande kwa ufanisi wa baadaye. Kwa yeyote aliye na makadamia shambani mwake anapata hela nzito kwa sasa, kwani zinanunuliwa na pesa nyingi, jambo ambalo limewafanya wakulima wengi kuweza kuitafuta miti hii na kuipanda.
Produce 1 million macadamia seedlings and 1 million avocado seedlings, latest within the 4 years which are remaining, where a kilo of macadamia is being sold for 200 Kenya shillings, which is good money.
Baadhi ya barabara zinazosimamiwa na kaunti zimeweza kurekebishwa, huku zingine bado zikiwa katika ile hali ya ukarabati. Teknolojia na vifaa vya kisasa ndivyo imekuwa ikitumika katika utengenezaji wa barabara hizi. Upande wa afya, serikali ya kaunti haijabaki nyuma, kwani imehakikisha hospitali kuu ya Meru inapata mashine za kisasa ili wagonjwa wapate matibabu jinsi inavyotakikana. Hospitali ya rufaa ilipata ongezeko la madawa pamoja na hospitali zingine zote katika kaunti, huku vyumba vya malazi vikiongezwa tangia mwaka jana kupunguza hali ya wagonjwa wengi kujazana katika vyumba vichache. Usafi umekuwa jambo muhimu sana katika serikali ya kaunti, kwani iliweza kuzindua visanduku ambavyo vitakuwa vikitumika kutupia taka, kuzuia taka kutapaa kila eneo, hasa sokoni na sehemu ya mitaani. Jambo hili la usafi pengine limechangia kaunti hii kuweza kuandaa hafla kadhaa, ikiwemo sherehe ya madaraka, mashindano ya kitaifa ya hulka na utamaduni na nyingine nyingi. Kaunti zingine zimetembelea kaunti ya Meru kuweza kusoma mawili matatu, ikiwemo kaunti ya Migori na ile ya Kakamega, pamoja na nchi jirani ya Ethiopia, ambao walikuja kujifunza kutokana na mradi ule wa kuwapa watoto wa shule za msingi maziwa, na mradi ambao ulilenga hasa watoto wadogo katika zile shule za serikali. Viongozi mbalimbali wa China pia waliandaa mikutano pande zote mbili na gavana Kiretu kuhusu masuala ya kufanya kazi kwa pamoja. Vijana katika kaunti ya Meru wameweza kupata sehemu yao pia, baada ya kaunti ya Meru kuwa ya kwanza na ya kipekee kuanzisha kazi kwa vijana almaarufu MYS. Vijana waliochukuliwa walipitia mafunzo mbalimbali ya kuwasaidia katika maisha, huku wengine wakiajiriwa na serikali yenyewe. Mradi huu ambao lengo kuu ni kuondoa hali ya kukosa kazi kwa vijana umeona wengi wa vijana wakisaidika. Gavana Kiretu akitoa hotuba yake ya mwaka wa 2019 ambayo alisema nguzo yake inatokana na msemo uliozinduliwa na Bishop Kiogora Magambo, aliahidi wakazi wa Meru mengi na kuwapa kuendelea na kazi kwa miaka iliyobaki akiwa uongozini. Dennis Mutuma nikiripotia runinga ya Destiny.
So we've seen, Mr. Kimathi, some of the development projects that the county government has been able to achieve in its first year in office. But do you think there is a regional balance in the distribution of these projects?
I think there should be, because of course they don't just wake up in the morning and just go and do projects anywhere. There should be committees in place.
Yes.
And as you can see in this report, one of the major objectives of the curatorial government is to ensure that there is regional balance.
Yes.
And not only in projects, even in assignments, even in the human resource, there is regional balance and professionalism. And professionalism doesn't mean only in the recruitment of the HR,
Yes.
but also in the implementation of the projects themselves.
Yes.
So for regional balance, I think they have done a good job.
We've seen the video has touched on health, a little bit of water projects, and Governor Kiraito has really focused on water. We'll be looking at that later on. The appointments for the CECs and the COS and directors, town and what it means to help the government implement and monitor development projects. Do you think it was done accordingly? Do you think there was still regional balance? It's an issue of regional balance because, as I understand, Meru County has many, has Imenti, has other subsections
and wards also.
And wards,
Yes.
very many wards
Yes.
with very strong political backgrounds.
Yes.
Do you think there was regional balance in this?
Okay, regional balance comes out automatically in the system and the organization of this government.
Yes.
Because like development committees, they're supposed to be based on the ward, okay? So there is no way that a ward can choose guys to represent it at the MCA's office from outside the ward, okay? So the thing that enabled regional balance to be effected is the decentralization of everything. Yes.
So with other sectorial boards and committees being formed, do they earn money? Do they get stipends from all this, or it's just an oversight committee just taken from the village and put there?
Not taken from the village, but the villagers themselves.
Yes.
The way that I'm made to understand, the villagers themselves choose their leaders to represent them in these ward committees, okay? So from there, if they get stipends or not, because I'm not one of them, I cannot say.
You cannot really comment on that.
Yes.
To enhance public participation, in your own capacity, do you think public participation has taken the center stage in the governance of Meru County?
Definitely, yes. Because decentralizing everything means that the funds that were supposed to be operated at the headquarters are now at Wanjiko's level, okay? So that means even the management of those funds is by Wanjiko, okay? So I believe that has worked very good for this government, yes.
And do you think the government is actually meeting the needs of the people at the ward level?
I don't think the government is meeting the needs of the people, but the people are meeting their own needs, okay? Having been empowered by the county government.
Yes.
Yeah, so decentralizing all these resources, even funds, development funds to the wards, I think that is the best thing that has ever happened to Wanjiko, especially in Meru, because Wanjiko had ideas, had priorities on development, development agendas, but there were no funds anywhere, okay? So he lived with these pipe dreams of development at the grassroots. And projects used to be implemented. Projects used to be thought for Wanjiko up there, okay? And implemented for her, okay? So to Wanjiko, that's why they ended up as white elephants, okay? Projects that are implemented for her that are not relevant to her. But with this government of Honorable Kiraito, Wanjiko is defining her own development and being facilitated now with the funds from the headquarters to implement her own development agenda. Yes.
Now let's take a little focus on education. We've seen now the Meru County disburse about 160 million shillings worth of, in bursaries. The county government train ECD teachers. The county government distribute milk to the ECD schools.
Yes.
And we've seen the building of at least 140 something classes and vocational training, polytechnics, and them equipping them with tools and equipment. Do you think we are in the right track? Have we really taken focus on education as it should be?
I think on 60 million for bursaries, that is a great target. Okay, that's a lot of money. taking into consideration that even people that get bursaries also contribute, okay, a certain percentage towards the education of their kids. So getting a top-up of 160 million per year, I think it's a big help. And again, the one thing that I've loved what Honorable Keito has done in his government is clearing the backlog of salaries of the past regime. Okay, that means whatever now he does in the education sector is done on a firm ground. Okay, if you don't pay arrears of salaries, whatever you do in schools, you are building on sinking sand.
True.
So he did a good job of clearing the backlog, and so that now he can start on a very stable and firm ground. Yes.
And you know, the ratings that were recently there about the zero rating on development, most of it, they said that it is due to, there's nothing that generates income. Everything has been taken to paying and buying, nothing that generates income for the county government. Or if there is, it is minimal.
I think they are wrong. If we can go with the facts, I think whoever said that, whoever publicized that, I think didn't do his homework well. Because with the MOS, Meru Youth Service, I saw them everywhere, collecting, very serious, collecting taxes for the government. And going with the reports, they have collected more than 100%, okay? They have superseded the target. So I think the other question of the government not making money, I think the county government is not in business, okay? It is here for Mwananchi. Though it should generate some income.
And how about the sustainability?
Sustainability of the project? I think from the taxes collected and from the money from the exchequer, the national government, I think they can deliver services very well. And I would want to comment on something else. About this new curriculum. You see now, that is where we are going now. That is the future of the education system of our nation. And you can see the government has given it first priority, okay? Even the ECD teachers. So, and the best thing to do is to start from the scratch, okay? Start with the ECD so that you can grow with the system. And as the curriculum is being fine-tuned, you cannot make a mistake as you build on the new education system.
Mr. Kimathi, you know, even late last week, Meru National Polytechnic introduced new competence-based curriculum. They say that after you graduate, you immediately get job placement. Do you think this is due to the county government's influence because they have donors from the West?
I think it's not because of the influence of the county government, but it's because that is where the country is headed for. Even when you listen to the speeches of our president and our deputy presidents, they are so much on TVET, okay, technical education. So we need to generate skill-based graduates, okay, who can not only help themselves, but to be of help even to other nations. Because right now, I think the 844 system, as I said another day, was a work-based, okay? Turning all graduates to be proficient in everything, okay? Jack of all trades. But with the ECD, I think now we are going professional. We are looking for talent and building on the talents of these kids. So Meru Polytechnic taking on that foot, I think they're on the right track. And even the county government itself. And by the way, I saw so many sponsored Meru Youth Service students at Meru Polytechnic, more than 500 of them. And the good thing with that system is that as they are being trained, they are being absorbed by the county government. And those that can get job outside the county government, they are just pursuing their own careers there. So I think that is where to go. Yes.
And I saw the other day that Governor Kiraitu, during one of the ECD meetings, he suggested that they actually do teach, that the teachers should teach Kimeru in ECD at the ECD level. And then as the students, as the pupils proceed, now they can learn English and Kiswahili. Do you think that is right? I mean, Meru County is not made up of Marians alone.
Okay, the good thing with that is because as these kids grow up, they are going to shift to English and Swahili.
Yes.
But basically trying to teach basics
Yes.
to a kid in English, a language that she has not learned,
Yes.
okay? I think the best language of communication to these small kids first is in mother tongue. Then from a certain stage, when they can absorb new ideas, new dialects, then you can introduce English and Swahili.
Should that be at the ECD level or at home?
It should be at the ECD level, the first year. Yeah.
Not at home.
Not at home. Okay, at home that is automatic.
That's automatic.
Yeah. You don't talk to your 6 months old
Yes.
or 1 year old English. You better understand your
Yes.
mother tongue
Yes.
than English. Yes.
ECD milk, Mr. Kimathi.
ECD.
ECDE milk. No, the governor introduced the distribution of milk to ECDE schools, and in a report I saw that that increased the number of students who joined a
Yeah,
school.
were enlisted for ECD.
Yes, for ECDE.
Yes.
Do you think that's the right way?
It is the right way because
I mean, should we lure them with milk?
let's not only with milk.
Yes.
Even if you can be luring them with milk and honey.
Yes.
As long as these kids are comfortable and they are learning.
Yes.
You see, the best food for these young ones is milk.
It's milk.
Yeah. And many of them, especially in rural areas, they don't get milk. Okay. Most places are very dry. They don't have cattle. They just have goats. So milk is unheard of to these young kids, and especially them that have stopped breastfeeding. So now cutting that mother's milk
Yes.
and sending a child to school to stay the whole day hungry, and then you expect he or she will absorb anything in school, that is unheard of. So I think Keraito is holistically,
Yes.
the government per se is holistically addressing the issue of bringing up these kids,
Yes.
not only introducing the ECD curriculum, but also supporting that child holistically until he grows up. Yes.
So as we wind up on education, the education segment, do you think the governor is being advised well, or is he being misadvised? Is the county government of Meru Matters Education on the right direction?
I think so. With all these things that we have discussed, I think it's on the right direction.
It's on the right direction.
Yes. And I think it gives an example to
Yes.
other counties
Yes.
to follow suit. Yes.
You've had it? Youth. We've seen 400 trained at the cathedral as community health workers.
Yes.
We've seen so many join the MYS, the MYS program. It's one of its kind. I think we only have the National Youth Service
Yes.
that at least beats the competition.
No other
of
county
the
has
MYS.
introduced.
No other county has introduced.
Yes, it's the first one for us.
Is it a positive or negative for Meru County?
It is a very positive one because this is the embodiment of youth empowerment. You cannot empower a youth in any other way apart from building his talent. Okay, and so many of these youths are going for technical courses, which is also the objective of the national government. So I think the county government is also building on the foundations of the national government's agenda of promoting the TVET education to our youth. Yes.
And we've seen the county government sponsor so many from the MYS,
Yes, 600 in fact.
to the Meru National Polytechnic. Do you think for the exchequer it makes sense for the county government?
It does definitely. I think apart from investing in food,
Yes.
the other major thing that you can invest in, even as a family, is in education. So I think even if education takes a chunk of the county government, I think that is money well spent. Yes.
And now the government has also embraced low-cost housing and new technologies and has trained 60 youths in collaboration with the UN Habitat
Yes.
to use the interlocking blocks technology. Following this initiative, 3 machines have been donated by UN Habitat,
Yes.
just courtesy of Meru County.
Meru County, yes.
So do you think, Mr. Kimathi, with all this happening, Meru County is actually in the forefront in safeguarding and actually initializing the Big Four agenda now when it comes to matters housing?
I think so. And Meru County is becoming, in this instant, it's becoming very innovative.
Yes.
Okay. instead of looking at the big picture of building flats for people to come and buy, and of course that is not Wanjiko's project.
Yes.
Okay, I don't believe Wanjiko can afford a mortgage. Okay, so but using this technology and training youth to use it, these youths will go and implement those projects in their villages.
Yes.
Okay, the only thing they need is just to raise some money for the machines, and I've seen this technology work because it's very cost effective. And when you're constructing using these blocks, you use less sand and cement. So I think these are projects implemented with Wanjiko at heart. Yes.
Now, I think with that, let's take a look at what the MYS has been doing in Meru County.
Kwa mujibu wa walimu, wanafunzi wamekuwa wakifanya kazi vizuri katika masomo yao na kuonyesha utendaji kazi mzuri. Naibu mkuu wa taasisi hiyo Bwana Mtembei alisema kuwa wanafunzi wameweka matokeo ya kushangaza sana katika vipimo vyao vya uchunguzi wa kuendelea hadi sasa, hata zaidi ya matarajio ya walimu wao ikilinganishwa na historia yao na mchanganyiko wao wa viwango tofauti vya elimu. Aliongeza kuwa wanafunzi hao wameonyesha tabia nzuri na kanuni za maadili na kuongeza kuwa taasisi hiyo haijapokea kesi yoyote ya utovu wa nidhamu kwa yeyote kati ya wanafunzi 600 ambao wako katika taasisi hiyo kutoka kwa programu ya MYS. Waadhiri wamewahi kuthibitisha kuwa wanafunzi wameonyesha uhuru na ufahamu mwingi katika kufanya kazi zao na wanaweza kuhakikishia kuwa kundi hilo litazalisha wataalamu wenye ujuzi wa hali ya juu zaidi. Wanafunzi mbalimbali wameelezea furaha yao na matumaini ya siku bora za usoni baada ya kukamilika kwa kozi hiyo, huku wakiongezea kwamba wanamshukuru gavana wa kaunti ya Meru Kiraitu Murungi pamoja na uongozi wake kwa kufufua tumaini lao la maisha bora katika siku zijazo kupitia mradi huo. Nikiripotia runinga ya Destiny, jina langu ni Esther Nzekela.
Now, Mr. Kimathi, at least you've seen a glimpse and demonstration of how the youths, at least 60 youths have been trained and sponsored by the Meru County government in conjunction with the UN Habitat. We've seen a demonstration of how they're using the interlocking blocks to build. So I think in this, we're in the right direction. And do you think maybe the Meru County government has even taken a forefront and is even ahead of the national government in delivering the Big Four agenda, especially now in housing?
I think so. Now imagine like they're training the 600 kids. So let's say in 1 year they will be training 600. So by the end of their term, I think they will have trained more than 3,000 students. And those students will be now absorbed in the county or even gone to look jobs for elsewhere. But as far as housing is concerned, I think at the grassroots level, that's the way to go. Because now, the Big Four agenda is good, even housing is good, but then when you look at the structure of the national government and how that project is going to be implemented, you don't see Wanjiko anywhere there. The small mama in the village who doesn't have a decent house, even if a miracle happens, I don't think he can be able to overnight get a mortgage and be able to obtain, qualify for those houses. So, but with the introduction of this technology, I think now even the youths, when they go back to their village, as I said again, they can be able to teach others how to build, make these stones and build affordable houses.
Mr. Kimathi, we've also seen MYS servicemen and women key in revenue boards initiatives and streamlining revenue collection in Meru County. Do you think that they took men and women out of business?
Well,
do you think they replaced people?
They didn't replace people because nobody has said that he has lost his job or closed his business because kids have been trained through Meru Youth Service. So I think they just opened their own doors and created space for themselves. By taking advantage of the opportunities that the Meru government offered them.
And you know, in a report I read earlier, they collected more than 100% of the stipulated of what they could have collected, the stipulated revenue collection. What was happening before?
I think these kids came in very honest.
Yes.
They didn't have strings attached to their work.
Yes.
And that means before, they were kind of cartels. The county was losing money
Yes.
through uncouth ways of collecting taxes. But I think now these youth, when they were trained, and I believe they were taken to a kind of a discipline or a paramilitary kind of training, so that at least they can focus and know now they are going to serve the nation, they are going to serve the county, and they are going to do it honestly.
Yes.
So I think they came and served with honesty, and that's why the government was able to recoup a lot of taxes. Yes, that was being lost.
That is the MYS. That is what we're looking at as number 2. Number 3 is water. You know, Governor Kiraito has put so much emphasis. Do you think he has actually overemphasized on the need of having, you know, you're saying water, 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 water everywhere. Do you think it is overemphasized? Do you think he has delivered on the 100 boreholes? I mean, sinking 100 boreholes is one thing, but having the 100 boreholes working is another. Mr. Kimathi, what do you think?
I think the issue of water cannot be overemphasized, okay? Because water is critical to life.
Yes.
And Honorable Kiraito has addressed the problems of grassroots livelihoods at the core, okay? The problem of Wanjiku down there, it's not roads, okay? Though she needs them. But the greatest problem is water. Without water, Wanjiku, and you included, cannot cook, okay? Cannot wash clothes, okay? You will die without water, you and your livestock, okay? So I think the best thing that he has done for Wanjiku is bringing him water at the doorstep. Okay, there's been a lot of noise concerning this water and a lot of mudslinging around, I've heard. But I think the people that are making noise are being just dishonest and very unjust to Wanjiku, okay? Because as for me and Wanjiku, I don't care how water has found its way to my homestead. Whether God has used a monkey or a lion, whether it is by a miracle or nuclear science, as long as I have water, sufficient water at my homestead. And I think life starts with water.
If that is so, let us take a look at some of the projects. We can start with come back here, right here in Meru, and see how the residents had to say about water.
Peter, maji yalikuwa shida kuu na wakazi walitumia pesa nyingi kuweza kuyapata. Kwa sasa wakazi hawa wana jambo la kuwafanya kutabasamu. Hii ni baada ya serikali ya kaunti kuweza kutimiza ahadi yake ya kuchimba kisima eneo hilo.
Kweja kututuria roji tugwiritwo muno muno. Na turai tugwiritwo tondu tukathiria ruma endero kurima ekurobe tubone gitu thagachia tutawetwo mayuthi tukona gwicha tukinyagura samaki ucionthe twitethaniria na myundene aturataga nduji hanti baringira kamba kia baba ingi muno muno me astrore aga koro muno kwa wingi nyombe ichu chiraingire iturateseka me wasibara itithiria tutikora itukoromba itumurungu eja kinyoeja utongere pipe chia tutethia twikironja njanja twagirwa muno Kiraito wetu
tucokeria mweshimiwa wetu Kiraito nkatho no tubo turikana akombo tuthithiria ruji ruru no turatutethia na tuciumia na twikire bindi kenda tukagunika na murungu amutharime ibwega inya bara batiaja bakethwa bariona kenda bethwa baria mwetu gwatanirite kenda twithira ruji ruru ngugi na tukuga ibwega gikiraito murungu amutharime.
Wakazi hawa wamejitokeza kushukuru serikali ya kaunti kwa kazi ile, kwani wanaamini kilimo biashara itaweza kunawiri. Wameeleza kwamba kwa hapo awali hawangeweza kujiingiza katika ukulima kwani maji ya kufanya hivi hayakuweza kupatikana. Eneo la Kambaki liko karibu na msitu wa Nkonga na limezingirwa na rasilimali mbalimbali ikiwemo shule ya kitaifa ya Meru National Polytechnic. Kisima hiki ni moja ya visima vingine vingi ambavyo serikali ya kaunti chini ya gavana Kiritu Muronge imeweza kuvitoboa katika kaunti ya Meru.
Itugucokia nkatho muno muno nuntu bwa ruji ruru wetu tufaindikite naru na ndikira tukuromba mwasimiwa wetu ni aije atutetherie tuone pipe nyingi cia gucabirisa ruji guku Kambakia nontu tutena pipe ningi tumbe gutumira ruji rubu bwega turatumira ruji rwa mewasi ende tutiumba kurima naru roje roro no tutwari manaru imbesa nyinge mono tugatumira ende na ndi tukugaibwa gake morungu no tubaroje roro twaja guturirwa tukomba kulimaga gisukuma na nyato nyani twandoroko no tutwena ritwa baba inge mono ndene erie kamba kito faindikite na school weje technical school twena na baba inge mono no ore ote muthao omba kulima kenyani kiawe kana gisukuma agafaindika no tutire ageta thokone agatua tunya tunyani twawe akenderia na baba na baba kalira akue.
Wakazi hawa pia wamemuuliza Gavana Kireito aweze kuwakumbuka mara nyingine na kuwasaidia kwa mifereji ili waweze kufikisha maji yale katika boma zao. Wameongeza kwamba kwa sasa ukulima utanawiri na kuhimiza wenzao kutokuwa na uvivu, lakini watumie maji yale kujisaidia wenyewe. Miradi ambayo wamehimizwa kufanya pamoja ni ukulima na ufugaji wa samaki.
Toruga na nde mwakuru onde ro komba gwitango kana onde mtu onde ro komba gwitango gina njara cia ona narikite gutetheka ndene ntureje nikenda tukomba kuiremera tukomba kuitheria na mantu jonde twinamba ndene ntureje twekamba kia ibwaga gikiraito are ore tukuromba tukwiraga atiri turikana tongere pipe nikenda tukomba gukucia rujuru rutonyonja kwa onja nja kwanja nikenda tukomba kuendelea na maendeleo jetu atukuromba na njire kwinyi ya twekamba kia nikenda nago watuturira kithima giki nikenda watu pipe nyinge ila tukomba kunywa ruje na tucokia nkatho nontu babo ngayo thire akutharime.
Dennis Mutuma nikiripoti.
I think first and foremost, I'd like to thank Dennis Mutuma for elaborating. I find Meru and Greek similar. But I had Maendeleo and I had thanking Governor Kimathi and the water has helped them so much. And I think I had something that they would like the water piped farther even to their homes.
To their homesteads.
Does this mean that the water is not piped to their homes?
Okay. The way that program goes,
yes,
because I've seen what they have been doing, the county government. I think after digging the boreholes and putting in place all the systems, then they hand over that project to the community, so that the community can own it and be able to take care of it. So now it's upon the community now to come together and now find a way of piping it from that place to their places.
But the residents are actually asking if the county government can still chip in a little further and help them pipe the water to the villages.
I think it can, but you see even the community itself, there is nothing that is entirely for free. At least you have to contribute something for it to be valuable to you. So I think they might come up with their own ways of raising the pipes, but also the county government maybe might chip in and help them that are stuck. Yes.
That clip is from Kambaki village in Meru municipality ward. Let's compare notes and take a look at another village in a different ward.
Mimi naitwa Mr. Kimutuma, waziri wa mambo ya maji kwa kaunti yetu ya Meru. Leo tuko hapa kwa hii village ya Kuka ile iko Amwathi ward in Igembe North sub county kushuhudia kufanikiwa kwa wenyeji wa area hii kupata maji. Hii ni sehemu ambayo imekuwa na shinda ya maji because kutoka hapa the nearest water source ni over 25 kilometers. Hii area ni nzuri, iko na rutuba nzuri, lakini wenyeji wa area hii hawana maji tangu hii nchi ilipoumbwa.
Waziri ambaye yeye kazi yake si kukaa kwa ofisi, ni waziri ambaye anatembea kila mahali. Saa hii tuko na yeye hapa Kuka kutoka Mutuate ni almost 20 kilometers kutoka huko, na tuko na yeye hapa mashinani. Kwa hivyo ni kusema ni mtu ambaye anapenda watu na ni mtu ambaye anajitolea hata kusaidia gavana kuhakikisha zile promises ambazo aliweka kwa watu wakati alikuwa anaomba kura anatimiza. Kwa hivyo natoa challenge kwa hao mawaziri wengine watokee ground, si kukaa kwa ofisi na kusema hivyo. Si ati mimi niko against, nasema watokee kwa ofisi waweze kujua sinda ambazo siko masinani au
That is former water CEC, Meshach Mutuma, and we hosted him here once.
Wow.
And I think he's done a good job. You know, you commend where it's supposed to be commended, and punish where it's supposed to be punished. But I think for CEC Mutuma, and that water is a lot. That's a lot of water.
And that's a desert.
It's insatiable, right? You cannot.
It's a desert. It's near Mulika, the site. Yes.
It's near Mulika.
Yes.
I don't really know if that's. I'll do a little geography. Remember, folks, we're live on Facebook as well. So if you're just tuning in and you'd like to recommend someone to watch this show, remember this show is live on Facebook. Our tag is Destiny TV. Mr. Kimathi, that's a different village. And the people are thanking the CEC and the governor for taking the water to the village. And as you described the place, you said it's a desert?
Yes.
Semi-desert?
It's a semi-desert, yeah.
And they have water now?
Yeah, they have water. So I think water is not only a problem for the rural folk, but also for urban dwellers, okay? Because as long as a human being is somewhere, he needs water.
Yes.
And especially in town, Meru town right now, has a very high population, so it's not the way it used to be. So maybe the people that the Mewa's guys used to sufficiently supply water to, I think right now the population is so high, so they need extra supply, source of water. And I think that's why the guys in Kambakia village are so happy, because at least that water will supplement and cover the deficit that was there, because Mewas was not very so much sufficient. And also there is the cost factor.
Yes.
Like in that village, maybe the only thing that they'll need to do is just install pipes, maybe a little money for maintenance in between the years or along the years. But Mewas, you know, that's a commercial entity. You pay via the meter.
Via the meter.
Yes.
And you know, I was talking to a few guys earlier who live around Kaaga, Makutano, and town. They were saying that when it rains, sometimes they do not actually have water.
Yeah,
when it rains.
It is good. It is true because of the siltation issue. And the pipes, of course, they are full of mud
and sealed.
Yeah, and the tanks have to be cleaned, like after every, let's say, a month or so. So I think now the supply also is interrupted by the rains. But now with the borehole, I think there won't be a problem of siltation, because water is directly from the water table to the pipes. Yes,
and that is the issue of water in Meru County. And I think if that is the case on the ground, as it is on paper, as it is reported by the media, then I think, now this one I can say, maybe I think that the governor has been guided well. I think it's kudos for Meru County governor on the issue, government on the issue of water, agriculture and trade. This is where now we've had issues of the Mira money given by President Uhuru Kenyatta and the county government. Even the other time we also had CS Monkey Jury, and he said that we need to be diverse. Meru people need to be diverse, not only plant Mira, but there are other things that they can cultivate that can bring them good money. For instance, he gave an example of macadamia and avocado. What do you think, Mr. Kimathi?
I think the county government is on the right track, because it's diversifying the food source. That is those are projects of food diversification. And I think it's high time people now change their thought patterns, okay? If your cash crop was coffee, and coffee is riddled with problems, you'll be very, very foolish to stick to coffee the entire of your life. So it's good to learn new ways of production, and also adopt new products like the avocado. I understand, like in foreign countries, one avocado is going for 1,000 shillings.
Wow, that's in China?
In China, yes, one avocado. So I don't think the county government is just dishing out seedlings without a research.
Yes, and I heard in Meru
County, they have seen ahead.
I heard in Meru County you give the avocados to dogs.
Yeah, in fact, they are called food for the dogs.
They're dog food.
Yes.
Oh man! And in some other place, the avocados are actually going for 1,000 shillings.
Yes, in China, one avocado, one fruit goes for 1,000 baht.
Oh my!
Yes.
That's a gold mine.
It's a gold mine. So the county, I think, is so visionary. So once people that have been given the seedlings take care of their plants and they start harvesting, the government has a ready market. I read some of their documents. They have a ready market, and they'll be buying the produce. So they are not just telling people to plant and leave them with their products, but they are going to give you seedlings. You take care of the seedlings. When it matures, when it grows, bears fruits, they come and buy and export. Yes.
You know, at first, Mr. Kimathi, it was actually the introduction of macadamia and avocado seedlings was faced by a lot of criticism and lots of hostility. What do you think was not done right? Is it public participation? Is it sensitization?
No, I think the problem was market. Okay, in every business, the bottom line is market. Okay, even if you have a very wonderful business plan, as long as the end product does not find a way out and money in, then I think you have a problem. So I think the problem was the market. The market was there, but agents or brokers are taking advantage of the ignorance of the grassroots farmers. Okay, so they were getting almost nothing for their hard-earned fruits and sweat. So now the county government coming in, I think it has solved the riddle of brokers and agents taking advantage of Wambugu. Yes.
And we've also seen that they were actually giving these seedlings for free.
Yeah, they are for free.
And maybe later on we'll call the Agricultural Department of Meru and ask if the offer is still there.
For free.
We also had about 4,000 units of semen imported, improved semen. You know, this also cuts across not only to those who are doing vegetation, to even those who are rearing cattle.
Yes, you know. And I think it was a big plus for the dairy industry.
Yes.
As you know, the climate of Meru is very conducive for dairy farming. So I think the introduction of 4,000 units of dairy animal semen, I think it is an upscaling for the dairy industry. And I believe like in 2-3 years down the line, you see the difference in terms of production of milk. Yes.
And I think it's a good thing that the Meru County government has actually decided to introduce all these things. But do you think it is headed to the right direction? Do you think that maybe there is something that they have not done, and this something maybe is smart farming?
I think as the population increases globally, it is also increasing in Meru. And people used to rear so many cows. Right now they don't have enough land to do that. So the way to go is zero grazing. So I think this is a step in the right direction, because if you get 2 cows, 2 dairy cows, 2 hybrid dairy cows, I think you'll be producing as much as you could have been producing with 5 Asha or other low production cows. So I think now it is still maintaining the former production, but using little or less resources. Yes.
Do you think that maybe they have not fully embraced technology in agriculture as a county? Do you think people are still living in the old ways and have not yet embraced technology?
Well, technology and access to technology goes with purchasing power of people. So even Wambugu love technology, but now the purchasing power of Wambugu is still below. So I think we should just be able to produce the way we can be able to produce and appreciate that. But because implementing technology is capital intensive, and this supply of 4,000 units of semen, it's not for the bourgeoisie or the high-tech farmers. It's for Wambugus down here with zero grazing. So I think the Wambugu that will become smart and be able to develop herself from the resources that are being given by the county will be the Wambugu that will become a tech-based dairy farmer.
Yes.
High capital tech-based dairy farmer in future. Yes.
I think, Mr. Kimathi, with that, we can take a look at a few clips and maybe criticize and analyze based on the clips that we see.
Right, rightly.
We do have a program as Meru County to increase cash crop production within the county. And since we have limited opportunities for expanding tea production, we're trying with the coffee, but we need to do much more. We thought the best thing is we invest in new cash crops, and we have identified macadamia and avocado. Our intention is to introduce 1 million macadamia seedlings and 1 million avocado seedlings, latest within the 4 years which are remaining. The cost of macadamia seedlings is a bit high, it's about 300 shillings now, but I'm putting together with the Kaguru Farmers Training Center and the 10 cents, which is an organization which uses macadamia. We are doing a huge macadamia nursery here in Meru, which we will be using to supply cheap seedlings to farmers. Just in the Yembe, we have Mira there. In Imenti, we have tea and coffee. So we want to have a cash crop also for the Tigania sub-counties, so that as people get money from Mira and others from tea, they can also get money from macadamia here in Tigania. They are already doing well in a small area called Kedeo, where a kilo of macadamia is being sold for 200 Kenya shillings, which is good money. So we are encouraging our farmers. We have heard negative stories. Some people saying that Kenneth wants to uproot Mira, and that is why he wants to replace it with the avocado and macadamia. I want to state categorically that at no time, no day, no night have I ever said that our people should uproot Mira. What I've said is that we should diversify. We should put additional crops to Mira, so that when you earn some money from Mira today, you plant avocado so that you can also earn more money from avocado. You plant macadamia so that you also add macadamia money to the Mira money. And you saw recently, we are also working with the Italian government to introduce dairy farming in the Mira area. Again, with an intention of adding the earnings of the Mira farmers.
You've seen some of the clips, and that is Governor Kimathi speaking. What do you have to tell the people of Meru County now that their governor has spoken and has introduced to them all these goodies?
I think the way to go for farmers in Meru County is to embrace farming as a business, because the government has brought water, and sufficient water, so to speak, and given them seedlings and given them ideas on how they can diversify their produce. They have also introduced fish farming, so it's not only on cereals based or vegetable based, but also on white meat. So I think now it's upon the farmers at the grassroots to take advantage of the provisions, because they will not last forever.
So, Mr. Kimathi, on a rating of 0 to 10, what would you rate the development of agriculture?
So far, I'll give Meru County government a B+.
A B+?
Yes.
That's about maybe a 7 or an 8.
Yes.
Now, let's look at health. We've seen that the county government has actually employed 50 nurses to reduce health officers shortage. And all public hospitals have been equipped with drives and equipment such as gloves and other equipment. The county government has cleared at least 90 million shillings of debt with KEMSA. That all these was accrued by the last regime. and it has changed the policy to enable the Meru Level 5 hospital to produce drugs or to procure drugs before they run out, unlike before where they had to wait for all public hospitals within the county to run out of drugs so that they can procure drugs and other necessities at once. And they have also initiated the construction of a twin block ward with a 420 bed capacity. We've seen Makueni County do something nice. Now we're the verge of witnessing something else in Meru County. But let's take a look at this clip.
Last year, the Ministry of Health under the county government of Meru was put on the spotlight after a patient visiting Meru Level 5 hospital complained of not getting any drugs as all the shelves of the drugs were empty. After this incident, the county government of Meru came in and promised to restock hospitals, whereby by November last year, restocking for Level 5 and Level 4 facilities was done at about 28 million Kenya shillings, while another consignment for these facilities is expected in due course. This year, many health centers have been restocked by the county, and the process is still going on. According to Mogambi Bakari Machungulu Dispensary Nursing Officer in charge, the facilities have been ordering drugs in time, but technicalities arises on the supply, causing unanticipated delays. While receiving the dry consignment, he said this was a timely response by the government, an indicator that the year has started well. The facility, for instance, serves at least 60 patients per day. He said most cases they attend to are amongst ANC, CWC for children under 5 years, chest clinics and family planning.
Itukwira county government ibwana ntu bakureta ndawa na itukumya patient betu bakambira bakethona ndawa imbingi na ciani kirionda tukona ura twaondete ndawa ira mbingi ikwiya kiria twaondete isipokwe inkai muno itirombo kinya na situkumya iciyite nontu paracetamol itirombo kinya na ingi inkai ira twaondete itirombo kinya na cionthire muhimu. Itukwira county government yaendelea sa patient client betu au na tukaendelea kwira clients betu bejire ndawa kinya barabara na yote ndawa iriku kintu kingi nakyo tukera inya community health volunteers babere kenda bomba kutetheka nontu ndawa itio nontu betu irio nontu wa Siaba Meru County na babari nturei ime kwina ndawa itumba kona aye ba murimu kawaida kwenda ndawa aye 50 pande kana nya 60 yategemea na utue na ukukari itara kwenda ndawa itubona pau.
Esther Gaki, nursing officer Muromo Dispensary, encouraged patients to visit the facility since the drugs have been restocked.
Ituriete itari ya sana tutena ndawa lakini tukuibwa no tunkuona at least riwari turete list yenda jama yena ndawa kidhomba ta amoxil, tuena cetirizine, tuena ciprofloxacin, tuena brufen na type wingi mai nyingi sana. So atubusokire nkatho nontu at least bukuibwa kiriro yetu kya kuhakikisha antuba area ya natho bagushukulikirwa.
According to the nurse officer in charge of Lita, Karani Ivana, they are committed to serving the people and attested that the new acquisition process was indeed a move towards achieving the Universal Health Center.
Analyst that's a lot of money. It's around 247,544. Having a challenge on the areas Kudira. And the Kuma Urengion Kara County Government. Siaserwa. Go on with the NQ, Bamunoke, the Kara County on top of the Dam, Mangala Dispensary. Then go to Kia Togasia no Boega. Sabu antubeto pondo bakonandawa na bodra bokyo no deri pate bokare anya komie wana mto bore se bokaringa nyana mbeu pandekete au kwa kuipo chumbesa.
By yesterday afternoon, Silas Mbogo, Harry and Stain transporter, said he had transported the drugs to at least 5 facilities in Egemba North, while other teams did the deliveries in other facilities across the county. Distribution in areas not reached by yesterday continued today. Dennis Mutuma reporting for Destiny TV.
Mr. Kimathi, we've taken a look of some of the things that the Meru County government has actually done matters the health sector. We've also been told that they have procured and actually they have in place machines, chemo machines. They have in place other machines. People don't have to go to Nairobi for dialysis. They can actually get their dialysis here at the Meru Level 5 hospital. What do you have to say about the health sector in Meru County?
I think the health sector in Meru County has come of age. Not only those machines, the other day I saw on telly, they procured a machine that can operate, used for operation, and it's a remote controlled, so they don't use knives for surgery.
And then
yes, and the patient can watch as he or she is being operated on.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's a first one and a good one at the same time. Yes.
And you know, there was previously Meru Level 5 hospital had to wait for all drugs, for all other hospitals in the county to actually exhaust their drugs, so that they can again now procure at once. What do you think of that move?
I think that move was not in place with humanity.
How about this one?
Imagine a patient waiting. Okay. For maybe a patient in Miathena. Miathena has run short of drugs. And he is being told, let's wait for drugs to be exhausted at Meru Level 5 so that we can procure now at a go, all of us. You see, patients don't get sick at a go, nor are they cured at a go. So hospitals should be running 24/7 with everything, with drugs, with everything. So I think this is a very humane move.
And do you think we lost lives due to that?
Definitely we
and
lost.
Who's culpable?
I think the people that were in management at that time, they slept on the job.
They're culpable.
Yes.
They should be held.
Yeah, okay, and they should feel ashamed of themselves. Yes.
Oh my. Now, roads, Mr. Kimathi. I don't know whether we should take a look at this because it's interesting.
Yeah, we should.
We are actually having a bypass in Meru County. A bypass not in Nairobi, but a bypass in Meru.
Yes.
We have feeder roads being done, very many in Meru being tarmacked, being marramed. Do we take a look at the clip or do we move on?
I think we should.
And let's take a look at the clip.
The governor promised that the modern toilet will be constructed in the market. A floodlight will also be installed in the market to facilitate 24-hour economy. He later opened Kawiru Borehole in Athiru Gaiti ward, where he promised the residents that his government will continue to give priority to water and other projects that he promised the residents. Honorable Kiraito Murungi has dismissed reports by the Auditor General that Meru County has spent zero on development in the first quarter of its financial year.
Hapa Meru tungali tunangojea kutoka Treasury zaidi ya bilioni 1.5, about 1.5 billion kulipa contractors wale ambao wamemaliza kazi ama wale ambao wanaendelea wakiwa karibu kumaliza kazi. Kwa hivyo baada ya kuzunguka na kuandika maripoti ya uongo kusema hakuna kazi tumefanya, Treasury watoe pesa. Treasury watupatie sisi county pesa zetu. Si pesa tunaomba, ni ile pesa tumepatiwa na katiba. Watupatie hiyo pesa, tulipe contractors na tuendelee na kazi. Hiyo tu ndio mimi nataka kuomba nikiwa gavana wa Meru.
The governor says the development on the ground speaks for itself and anyone in dispute should be a witness.
Baada ya kusema tu hakuna kitu imefanyika, tafadhali tembeeni Meru. Ongeeni na MCA wetu. Wamuonyeshe ile barabara wamefanya na World Development Fund. Tembeeni muone ile maji Bwana Mutuma amechimba Meru hii 100 boreholes kwa mwaka moja. Hiyo si mchezo. Zungukeni muone watoto wakinywa maziwa katika Meru. I think that alone is evidence kwamba tunafanya kazi katika Meru.
His sentiments were echoed by his deputy governor, Honorable Titus Ntuchu, who say that the government has spent quite a lot in the development.
I remember towards the end of last year, we hosted constitutional commissions. Wote, hata control of budget alikuwa hapa, Mrs. Agnes Wedhambu. Na tukawatembeza some projects Wao wenyewe walisema hawajaiona yale waliona Meru, hawajaiona Kenya mzima. Kwa hivyo nashangaa ni aje sana inakuwa ate serikali yetu ya Meru County does not spend any money on development. Kwa hivyo tafadhali hapo atakuwa tukarongogwa mantu yorongo.
The deputy governor noted that the county government had already paid 473 million shillings to the contractor who constructed the boreholes, 241 million shillings for the medical supplies, 90 million shillings for macadamia and avocados, 50 million shillings for ECDE milk program, and over 7 million shillings for tree planting exercise.
Ile pesa ingine tumelipa kwa upande wa maji 175 million. Boss na mambo ingine kidogo. Mmeona Mheshimiwa Keremi Bishop ako na tanks pale za kudistribute maji. Kwa hiyo pesa ametoa kwa mfuko wake. Si ni pesa yetu ya serikali ya county government of Meru. 250 million kutoka kwa barabara. Hiyo ni pesa imetumika already. Hiyo ni maendeleo ama si maendeleo? Chairman Ministry ya Education ambayo imeongozwa na Madam Lina Kailanya kutoka hapa Igembe South. Amelipa already 141 million kwa bursaries. Hiyo ni pesa ya maendeleo ama si maendeleo? Leo kuna trucks zinazunguka Meru County wakipeana pesa, wakidistribute drugs. Hizo drugs haziwezi kuwa distributed kama hakuna pesa imelipwa. Kwa hivyo tafadhali wale wanaeneza porojo waache hiyo maneno.
Honorable Ntuchu added that the county government will continue to deliver the promises it gave to the Meru residents. Kegoi Antubocho Ward MCA Kimathi Thipwa, who is the chair of budget in the county assembly, noted that the assembly is fully supporting the governor's development and they are impressed by the progress that is making.
Na uwezi fanya mahesabu zako ukiwa Nairobi, auja kuja mashinani uulize hao wananchi kama wanaona kazi, ati wewe ukiwa Nairobi useme hakuna kazi imefanywa. Kwa sababu hawa watu wako hapa wakaangeta, ni nani wanaitikia ati kuna kazi imefanywa? Sasa kama hao watu wanasema Romano amefanya kazi, sawa sawa, na Romano akifanya kazi wanafanya na gavana Kiraito. Kimathi akifanya kazi Kiegoi wanafanya na gavana nani? Sasa wewe kitu imeruka useme Nairobi ati hakuna kazi imefanywa, na sisi mashinani tunajua imefanywa. Wanampigia kelele wakati anatufanyia kazi, wakati anajipanga kufanya kazi, na waomba wakanyange brakes. Sisi wale wako mashinani tunaona Mheshimiwa Kiraito unafanya kazi.
The Meru County Governor has officially launched Kore Kiengu Ndambiru Road and has promised his people that they make sure the road construction will not take long before it's completed.
Tukasema ile pesa kidogo tuko nayo tuweke pamoja tuanze kazi wa hiyo barabara. Sawa. Na nimefurahi Deputy Governor Taita Sintoshu na Minister wa barabara Bwana Taitumu ndio hao. Hii kazi ni yao. Huyu ndiye anatoa pesa, huyu ndiye analeta contractor na kusupervise. Sawa. Kuoma kwanza hii barabara itatengenezwa hiyo maridadi sana. Sawa. Na contractor aendelee kutoka leo. Sawa. Na asisimame mpaka barabara ikuishi. Sawa.
Kiringo also backed him up and urged people to support Kiraito Murungi as he works hard to develop Meru County. Joy Karimi reporting for Destiny TV.
Akizungumza kwenye safari ya ukaguzi wa barabara ambazo zinafadhiliwa na Kenya Road Board KRB kwenye sehemu zote za kaunti, afisa mkuu anayesimamia barabara na uchukuzi Bwana Denson Mwirigi alisema serikali ya kaunti iko tayari kuhakikisha barabara zote ziko sawa kama ilivyoahidi. Aliongeza kuwa serikali ya kaunti kupitia ufadhili wa KRB tayari imejenga barabara kuu 13 katika kaunti kwa kiasi cha shilingi milioni 276 ambazo kwa sasa ziko katika awamu ya mwisho kukamilika.
Tumekuwa na maswali mengi ambayo watu wamekuwa wakiuliza kama kweli kaunti ya Meru inatengeneza mabarabara, na ndiposa leo tumeona tupeane huu ujumbe kuhusu barabara zile ambazo tunatengeneza. Tuko na barabara aina mbili zile tunatengeneza kama county. Ya kwanza kuna zile barabara ziko na funding kutoka kwa Kenya Roads Board ama KRB, na pia tuna zile barabara zinatengenezwa na waheshimiwa wetu kupitia ule mradi ambao His Excellency Governor alianzisha ile ya One Fund. Nataka kusema kwa mwaka wa 2017-18 Kenya Roads Board walitupea 276 million na tuna barabara 13 ambazo tunazitengeza wakati huu. One Fund nayo kwa huo mwaka 2017-2018 walikuwa wametenga 399 million kutengeneza mabarabara. Na kwa siku ya leo tumetembelea barabara kama 4-5 hivi zile ambazo zinaendeshwa na hiyo funding ya KRB. Tumetembea barabara ya Nchoro Iboro kupita mpaka maili 3, tukaangalia vile iko, tukaona inaendelea kukompaktiwa vizuri. Barabara imeundwa vizuri, ni barabara mpya iko hapo. Tukatoka hapo tukapita Kianjai kamoja kufika barabara ya Isiolo Roire. Tukaona hiyo barabara pia imetengezwa mzuri, imewekwa compacting mzuri, imebakisha kama kilomita 5 hivi maram na compacting ndio hiyo barabara ishe. Kutoka hapo tukatembea barabara ya Mbaranga kupita Karashe. Hiyo barabara pia ni kama imekamilika, kile kimebaki ni daraja tu iweze kukamilika hiyo barabara.
Si hayo tu, katika mwaka wa fedha wa 2017, serikali ya kaunti ilijenga kati ya barabara 3 na 5 katika kila wadi kwa takriban shilingi milioni 399 kupitia pesa ambazo hufadhiliwa na Ward Development Fund kwa wawakilishi wadi. Bwana Mwirigi pia aliarifu kuwa mwaka wa fedha wa 2018 serikali ya kaunti ilipokea milioni 210 kutoka KRB ili kufadhili ujenzi wa barabara zaidi.
Kwa mwaka wa 2018-2019 huu mwaka tulioko, KRB wametupea tena about 210 million na mwezi huu tulioko sasa tutaenda kuadvertise hizo barabara. Every sub county imepata allocation yake na mabarabara tumetenga zile tutakuwa tukitengeneza. One Fund nayo ile 20 million ile His Excellency Governor Kiraitu alipea waheshimiwa, wametenga 361 million. Kwa hivyo kuna barabara zingine wametenga, na kati ya hizo barabara wamehesabu between 3 to 5 roads in every ward ambazo tutakuwa tukitengeneza mwaka huu wa 2018-2019.
Pia idara yake imepokea milioni 361 kutoka kwa One Fund na wakati wowote itatangaza tenda kwa muda wa wiki 2 kutoka sasa. Karethi Njonj, runinga ya Destiny.
Wow, Mr. Kimathi, do you believe you're going to have a bypass in Meru County?
I think so.
It's in the making?
It's in the making. And I think it's going to develop all these areas around the municipality and even beyond, because it's not only about connectivity, but also connectivity comes with business.
Yes.
Yeah. So people build their shops around, and they'll be able to sell whatever they used to sell. I mean, people will be able to buy what they used to go to town to buy just next door. Yeah. So connectivity comes also with uplifting of business. And also even properties, the value of properties will go up with the implementation of the bypasses. Yes.
And you know what happened with the expansion of Thika Road, Mr. Kimathi? Maybe we can give this as an example. Do you think Meru County will be ready for what is going to happen after it has improved all the roads? You know, Thika Road, they improved it so they can accommodate the people who are applying that route to the CBD. But what happened later on, after a few years, everybody now bought a plot
along Thika Road.
And relocated along Thika Road, and now Thika Road can no longer hold
the population. The
Meru County is actually going to hold the population because people are going to move to Meru County.
Already people have moved to Meru County with the coming of the devolution.
Yes.
We were able to stop rural urban migration. People started migrating back to the villages. Okay. I've seen so many of my friends who used to live in Nairobi and Mombasa doing business there. They have already relocated
to Meru.
100%. And they have bought properties and they are doing business in Meru. So I think with the coming of the bypass and opening up all these rural areas, I think it's also creating avenues for investments and making Meru great, as Kiraitu says, because if investors start now relocating, I think automatically Meru is going to grow tremendously. Yes.
Now that is roads. Do you think Governor Kiraito has been advised or misadvised on roads?
I think he has a very good advisor. Yeah.
So as Meru County is on the right direction when it comes to matters roads.
Definitely, yes. In fact, almost all matters.
Yes. All matters roads.
Almost
all the right direction.
Yes.
Mr. Kimathi, finally, maybe as we wind up today's discussion, you know, politics in Meru have since taken center stage, especially early this year and late last year. Do you think these politics will hinder Governor Kiraito's development agenda for Meru County?
Well, I don't call it politics as such.
Yes.
Whatever has been going on, as an analyst, I can define it as noise. Yes.
It's not politics.
It's not politics, that's noise. And there are three types of noise.
Yes.
Okay. There are people that make noise because they are noisemakers by default.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever you do, they will make noise. Okay. They are itchy when it's silent, so they have to make noise. So for that lot, we forgive them.
Yes.
But for the second lot, there is a category of people who make noise for relevance. Okay. They feel like making noise is living.
Yes.
Okay. And living is making noise. So they make noise to make their space and still make themselves relevant. But I don't think that is the way to go. There is the third group that makes noise because of self-inflicted disappointment, okay? Especially politicians. Currently, there are people that are so dissatisfied with the performance of this government simply because Wanjiko is getting a very big chunk of the county government's bread.
Yes.
Okay. Because they thought Wanjiko will get crumbs as usual, and they take some big chunk of the bread.
Chunks,
yeah. So whatever noise they are making, it's because of their self-inflicted disappointment. Okay. But I would advise them contrary. Okay. Noise is not a weapon of war, but silence is. Okay. If you package your weapon of war as noise, and we dissect it, we'll find 75% empty rhetoric and only 25% substance.
Yes.
Okay. But there are so many ways, civilized ways, of venting your dissatisfaction, okay, or putting your point across. And I don't think noise is the way out. Even science tells us the most lethal weapon does not make much noise, okay? The likes of the stealth bombers and the drones, okay? You just hear a blast when it has delivered, when it has hit a target.
And the nucleus.
Yes, when it has hit a target, when it has accomplished its mission, that's when you hear noise or sound, okay? So I think making noise is not the way to go, okay? Let's give credit where credit is due. And let us, if we are to criticize, let's do constructive criticism, yes. But not whining for the sake of whining. Yeah.
I'm telling you, folks, if Malcolm X and Mahatma Gandhi were here, they'd clap for Mr. Kimathi.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
And that now wraps up the Crossfire for tonight. We'll be here next Monday, so join us, and I hope that together we have been able to dissect some of the projects that the county government has been able to accomplish, and now it's up to you to rate them as the residents of Meru County and beyond. Thank you. Till next time. Good evening.
This is Destiny TV.
fake news is cheap to produce, while genuine journalism is expensive. That's why at Destiny Television,